Welcome everybody, I'm Michelle Dimmock, and as you heard, I'm from Cody. And I started with Anna's program in 2007. And I remember her talking to the class about the wild horses that she loved and she worked with. And I knew that in Cody, to the east of Cody, was a huge tract of land. And within that tract was 110,000 acres known as the McCullough Peaks. There were approximately 140 wild horses that lived there. And through that, I discovered a group called Friends of a Legacy. It's a nonprofit advocate group that makes sure, whose mission is that those horses stay wild and free. And they're one of the few advocacy groups that works cooperatively with the BLM. We make it work. So in 2009, the BLM determined that 97 horses had to be removed from the peaks. So there was an adoption. And I talked to Anna about it, and she developed a program called Reach Out to the Untouched Horse. She developed the course, and I adopted 8 Mustangs. And 2 were born on my property, making 10. So those were the first 10 equine students. And then students from all over the world came to my ranch, and that was the first class. And learning the language of equus, it was just magical. By the end of the week, those Mustangs, and they weren't babies. I had 6 and 5 and 4-year-olds also. They were touched and groomed. Their feet were picked up. They were being led in the pens and then down the alleyways, and it was just incredible. So 4 years later, 30 horses have come through the program. And I'm proud to say that they've all found loving homes based on the skill set that they've learned from all these good people. And everybody's been to my ranch, so they're all been a part of this. And I believe that this has become a calling for me. I'm just so thrilled working with Friends of a Legacy to make sure the wild horses that are in our area stay out there. Working with Anna to make sure the horses that kind of get the raw deal, that get gathered, put in holding facilities, get some skill set that they can find a home. And it's my goal in the future to work with some of the folks in my area who have adopted Mustangs and maybe need a support person to come and, in some cases, fix remedial problems that have creeped in. But it's an exciting program.
Hello, my name is Liv Hector and I'm living in Sweden. And my journey starts with Jonathan as an Icelandic horse. We get Isha and I get it for 7 years ago, and he was 12 years old, had many owners, was very sensitive and scared. So we worked with him for 2 years, and then I felt I must learn much more about the language to the horse, to do my best for the horse, in the horse way, to get the language of the horse. And so Isha was reading in a Horsemanship magazine, thank you, about Anna Twinney, that she will come to Sweden on a clinic Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I get there, and the next year I get also there. And on this clinic I decided I want to do the 1-year foundation course, and I do the foundation course, and after the foundation course I go on with the journey. Often I didn't know, won't I do that with the horse? I'm good enough to learn that. It's so much to learn, and so. Yeah, but now I'm here and I'm learning. And also in the week I thought, no, I haven't learned enough to go to the trainer exam. But I'm on my journey with me and the horses.
Hello, friends and family, and strangers who will become friends soon. I'm Lauren Munger, and I'm American, and I'm from Boulder. 2 years ago, I began my journey with ROTH And I went to Bitterroot Ranch and did the Reiki for horses. I had done some body work and energy work for many years previously in my life and had an opportunity to kind of start something fresh. So I was looking through the internet and ran across Reiki for Horses at Bitterroot Ranch. I knew of Anna Twinney from the Boulder, from Colorado Horse Rescue in Boulder. Just had read some about her program, but never thought I'd end up here when I read that. So I did the Bitterroot Healing for Horses Reiki training, and Anna and I talked about the foundation course she was offering here in Colorado 2 weeks later. And I said, how can I continue with ROTH? And she said, well, you could come into the modular training. And I said, I don't want to be a horse trainer, she said. You don't have to be a horse trainer, you can be a horse healer. So I said, okay, well, that sounds interesting to me. So I signed up and I came here, right here in this room. It all started, and I began learning the ROTH methods. And I learned from that experience. It was a 7-month, couple weekends, once a month for 7 months. I learned that horses really have a healing power of their own. They have the ability to heal humans as much as humans have the ability to heal horses. So I saw this relationship evolve, and I got a lot of my own personal healing from the horses that I worked with. And I also was in another training where I am about to graduate from Touched by a Horse. It's a Gestalt method of coaching, and it uses horses too, but in a different way. And so I thought, well, if I'm going to be working with people and horses, I really want to have the skills to handle the horses. And I thought that was very important. So it all just kind of came together in a beautiful marriage. And so here I am now. And authenticity is really the major role that horses play in helping humans become authentic as well, because they insist that you be in the moment, you be who you are. Many years ago, about 15 or 16 years ago, I had a program which was self-esteem workshops for children called A Hero's Journey. I kind of ran through that program. I had it at Children's Hospital. I had it in the Boulder school system. I put probably 1,500 children through that self-esteem workshop. And I put it to bed at one point because I thought I needed to move on. Well, I kept dreaming about it. I mean, literally at night, over the years, dreaming about it. And now it's come back to me. And I have the privilege of working here at Zuma's beautiful place. It's not only a beautiful place, but they treat their horses so beautifully. And what I've learned is that the horses, why this is different, kind of a rescue. I've worked at other rescues too. This is a different kind of rescue because it helps the horses, it brings the horses here that have been abused or starved, it brings them back to health. But then it goes one step further. It puts them back into the program where they then have the ability and the opportunity to help. And so their self-esteem, if horses have felt self-esteem, their self-esteem gets reunited too. So this whole thing has come back to me now, where my dream is to bring back a hero's journey, only call it a hero's journey with horses, and work with the children. Some of the programs that I've worked with here have helped me to see how horses and children, you know, that's a beautiful relationship whenever you see that. And so I'm just embarking now upon taking the ROTH methods and what I know in my coaching skills and the beautiful horses here at Zuma's, and we're going to fly with it.
Everybody, I'm Ilsa from Sweden, and I started my journey to this point on. And today, when I read in this news, Horseman's magazine, you have to help me with the book. Thank you. I have, before that, I have been at another horsemanship course in Sweden. But I thought that's not my thing. I would like to have more. And we have this horse together, you heard Liv talk to about, Jonathan. He's the first horse I own. I have been rearing since I was 7, but I didn't own a horse before. And when I was reading in this newspaper, horse magazine, I just feel I had to do that. And then I bought these CDs from Anna. It's over here, DVD. And I sat during the winter, and I saw it again and again, and I went out to my horse and I practiced, and I get home. And then I heard you were coming to Sweden. I was, yes, she's coming to Sweden. And we went to that clinic together, Liv and I. And she came again one more year. And then I decided to go to the foundation course. And I took one step, I did the foundation course and went home. Oh, it's done. I never did this journey again. Oh, it's a long journey from Sweden to here. It cost money and nice to be home. But after a while, I've been thinking, and I was riding my horse, and I feel, you must do it more. And then I take the foundation course number 2, and then the foal gentling, and the wild horse, and untouched horse, and cold starting. And then I never thought I would be here. But I'm here. And it's very nice to be here. Yes, that's all.